If you're struggling to lose weight because life's too busy, here's exactly what to eat to drop 10 kilos without spending your entire Sunday in the kitchen. This works even if you're extremely busy, and I know this because it's the exact systems that I've been using with clients to do this for over a decade. If you've got no idea what to eat, how much to eat, how often to eat, and you hate tracking calories every single day, this is the video for you. Let's dive in. Step 1, the right amount. We're gonna figure out your starting calories once, and then we're gonna build a meal plan around this. You don't have to track forever, just once so we can get an understanding of what your day should look like. From there, simply stick to the plan and let your progress guide you. And if you're losing in between 0.5 to 1% of your body weight per week, on average, that's really good. If nothing changes for 2 weeks, we'll tweak things in step 5. And this way you don't have to track every single gram of food into MyFitnessPal every single day, because you don't have time for that, and to be honest, it gets tedious quite fast. This ensures that it stays personal to you and it's not just a random one-size-fits-all calorie number that we pull from thin air. Skip the guesswork. I've linked a free calculator I built below that'll give you your exact daily calorie target and protein goal. Use that to get started. Now you've got your calorie deficit sorted, we need to build out your meal plan to make sure you can actually stick to it to get that 10 kilos to start to come off. Step 2, simple and repeatable systems. This is your meal plan. We're gonna make sure it hits your protein target, keeps you as full as possible, and is simple to make. For this, I recommend 3 meals per day and then 1 to 2 snacks. If you prefer 2 bigger meals and a couple of snacks, that's totally fine. There's no set in stone, it has to be this, but as a rough guide, just to get started, 3 meals, 1 to 2 snacks works really well. For breakfast, something with minimal prep, like a smoothie, overnight oats, overnight wheat bix, or what I've been having every day, hot protein oats. This stops you from skipping breakfast entirely and then being absolutely starving come 10 a.m. and grab an 800 calorie almond croissant with your morning coffee run. Just throw oats into the microwave, then mix in whey protein, top with berries and maybe some peanut butter. This is packed with protein, fiber, nutrients, and it took me less than 5 minutes to make. Also, whey protein is one of the best protein sources there is, and it just makes life so much easier, especially for breakfast. 1 scoop will give you about 25 grams of protein. If you have 2, it's 50 grams of protein done. Now remember, you've only got to make and track these meals for 1 day, and then after that, we don't need to keep monitoring everything all day, every day. We just keep repeating the plan and it'll keep working. And don't worry, I'm going to show you how to make some simple swaps as we go. That way, if you get bored, you can quickly switch things in and out, or if you don't have the certain ingredients you need, you can just make some simple swaps. Next up, we got lunch. Now this is where you good? You can smell the chicken. This is where most busy people fall apart, and it's very easy to fall into the habit of just buying lunch every single day. Now there's nothing wrong with some macro-friendly takeout here and there, but if it becomes a habit, it's very hard to maintain calories and protein and not just blow out. So I've got 2 options for you. 1, if you prefer to meal prep in advance and make a few of these for the week, this is my personal favorite. 2nd is if you hate meal prep and cooking for that matter, and you just want to throw something together within 60 seconds. So the first option is my go-to. I know it doesn't look very appetizing right now. Once I heat it up, throw in lettuce, some tomatoes, some cucumber if you can be bothered chopping them up, whatever. Low calorie sauce. This taco bowl with spuds tastes absolutely bomb. It's very, very filling, super high volume, and it's packed with nutrients and fiber as well. For this meal, you'll want to cook the mince and spuds twice per week so it stays fresher. Now the faster option is 2 chicken wraps using these carb balance wraps. Is that what they're called? Yeah, Mission Carb Balance wraps. These are very low calorie, and some pre-cooked chicken. Now you can get like a whole chicken like this and chuck it in, or if you want better macros, you can get something like Mount Barker or whatever brand pre-cooked chicken breast. Throw that into 2 wraps, handful of salad and some low calorie sauce. You can have 2 wraps, like 400 to 450 calories, 50 plus grams of protein. Same as the taco bowl, over 50 grams of protein for around 500 calories. Can't go wrong. Now for snack. Fuck. Smooth. For snacks, go for no prep, high protein options that require 0 time. Fucking shambles today. 0 time or effort. So simple things like protein yogurts paired with some fruit, protein shakes, banana, even bars, or like little protein custard puddings, vanilla desserts, vanilla puddings, chocolate. There's so many good no prep protein snacks out there these days. It just makes life so much easier. And if you are super busy, this is just what you want to stick to ongoing. To keep it so simple. Those Instagram videos you see with like, these brownies have 12 grams of protein, this and that, like they look tasty, but no one's got time to bake for 40 minutes for like 3 snacks, in my opinion. And if you do have time for that and you want to do it, then fair enough. Dinner, depending on how busy you are, you can prep in advance, or you can do what I like to call 5-minute meals. Simply pick 1 protein source, 1 carb source, 1 veggie, and 1 sauce, and you're good to go. For example, something like steak, throw that in the pan while it's cooking. You can microwave some rice cups. You could do a rice pouch if you've got more calories, or if you've got less calories, you could just do a cup and then Throw some microwavable veggies in there as well. Top it with some low calorie sauce. This one's absolutely bomb, by the way. Or low sugar barbecue, literally whatever floats your boat, and dinner sorted. In my opinion, it should be this simple. I like to have dessert each night, and I'm sure you do too. This is personally what keeps me from going on a mad binge and smashing 6 Krispy Kreme donuts whilst I'm working, or inhaling a pint of Ben & Jerry's. If you have one, Ninja Creamy, in my opinion, it's just unmatched, and that's what I personally have for dessert every single night. If you don't, totally fine. Again, there's so many good low calorie options these days, like the Peter's no sugar added vanilla. You can have a ton of this for low calories and it actually tastes unreal. You got things like paddle pops for 90 calories, childhood nostalgia. This twin pole, whatever it is, it's like 60 to 90 calories. Pretty good. Skinny Cow, Bull of Splits. There's a shitload of ice creams for under 150 calories. Or you can have full pints of ice creams like Kenny's from Aldi's, which is 20 grams of protein and only about 300 calories. Halo Top, if you're not in Australia and they still do those, it just makes life so much easier. And if you don't like ice cream, there's things like Curly Whirlies, which is like 90 calories for a little chocky bar. There's Wicked Sisters high protein pudding, or Paul's do really good high protein dessert snacks. 15, 16 grams of protein, 130-ish calories. It's pretty good. And again, as you can see, other than the Ninja Creamy, which only takes 2 seconds to prep anyways, there's no prep required. You can just grab it out the freezer and enjoy the rest of your night with the fam or whatever you're doing. So now you got the foundation down for exactly what you're eating every day. You need to avoid these common mistakes. Step 3, healthy without progress. This is where so many people go wrong. Just because something is healthy doesn't mean it's going to help your 10 kilo weight loss goal. It also doesn't mean you need to eat it in order to be healthy. And most importantly, it doesn't mean they don't have calories and those calories don't count towards your daily totals. For example, these health balls that I grabbed from the health aisle, 3 of them, which look how small that is, 254 calories. If these were sitting in my work side drawer or just at work in arm's reach, there's no way I wouldn't smash more than 3. If you eat 6, which is insanely easy, there's probably like 20 in here, 30, that's your whole daily deficit gone. No fat loss, not fun. And check this out as well. Nuts is probably one of the most common snacks that people snack on and consider highly healthy, which they are, and you definitely can eat them and lose weight only if they fit into your daily calories. And to be honest, it's not a great snack if you're trying to lose weight, because for most people, they're not going to be very filling. Like, check this out. These macadamia nuts, 200 calories for 28 grams. Let me show you exactly what 28 grams looks like. Okay, that's 52 grams. That's 27. This is 27 grams. That's 200 calories of macadamias. Again, if that's a snack or that's sitting in your work drawer or just next to your desk, you know what I'm trying to say, if it's in arm's reach, you would inhale so many calories without even knowing. And this is one of the most frustrating things I see for clients before they start working with us, because they think they're eating healthy and not losing weight, and I can see how that would drive you crazy. Step 4, repeat and adjust. If you've worked out your calories and you've built a meal plan around the systems we just spoke about, that weight is going to start coming off nicely. If/when you start to get bored of the meals you're having, you can make some simple swaps, and I recommend just swapping one meal at a time if you can. It makes it a lot less overwhelming, and it just makes your grocery shopping, meal prepping, and just daily life so much easier. Or if you're bored of your entire day, you can just repeat the exact same structure we just went through, just with entire new foods, which means you'll just have to track for one day again, totally fine, and then you just repeat that until it stops working or until you get bored. And that leaves us to step number 5, prepare for the plateau. Some of you will be able to lose the full 10 kilos without needing to adjust anything at all or without hitting a plateau. If that's you, count your blessings. And for the rest, you'll stop losing weight at some point. It usually happens around 5 to 8 kilos off. Everyone is different, and this depends on so many factors like your consistency, compliance, lifestyle, genetics, which is the biggest one that you can't change, and a few other things. But just be aware, prepare for the plateau, because it is totally normal and it happens to most people, especially with a good size goal of dropping 10 kilos. The reason for this plateau is because you've lost weight, your body now requires less calories to stay the same weight, which means in order to keep losing more, we're going to need to adjust something. So we're going to need to either lower your calories or increase your energy output, meaning the amount of calories we burn on a daily basis, or a combo of both. To do this, the simplest way, lower your calories by 10%, don't change anything else, keep going, you'll break the plateau. If you don't want to refigure out your entire calories and lower by 10% and then redo that whole process, a faster way is to just take 150 to 200 calories off your current day of eating without changing anything else. That 150 to 200 calories might be 10% for you, it might be more, it might be less, but it's just a simple and effective way to break the plateau without going through that whole process of figuring out your calories and then building all new meals again. For example, if you have 2 skim milk coffees per day, could you go to 1, or could you swap one of them for a long black? That's a good 100 calories gone. Could you swap your your 200 calorie protein bar for I'll put it back in the fridge, 100 or 95 calorie YoPro or protein yogurt. Just a couple of those little simple swaps. 150 to 200 calories less, you're good to continue on as normal. Now you're eating your spot on, that weight's gonna come off nicely, you know how to break the plateau, that 10 kilos will come off as long as you just stick to that simple system and you stay consistent. After you get that 10 kilos off, it changes a tiny bit and you wanna make sure that you can maintain the weight loss and the fat loss progress as best you can. So watch this video next and that will show you exactly how to do that.